All right, welcome back. We have holy shit. We have more to open actually. It's been a while since I've actually recorded one of these for a core set. Funny enough, I did open Blazing Dominion. I actually opened a case worth, but it was really awkward. Initially, I opened a few boxes because I thought I could only get a few boxes, and then turns out I can get a whole case. So I actually went back and got a case worth basically. But by the time I had already opened like half a case already, so I was like, "There's no point." Like if I'm gonna open Yu-Gi-Oh, I open like one or two boxes or like a whole case. And if it's one or two boxes, it's like some shitty size set like Battles of Legend, that fucking piece of garbage. But this is Chaos Origins. This is actually a good set, right? We have good cards. We have the new Ritual of Light and Darkness support. We have like the Black Magician, the Black Luster Soldier retrains, I guess you can call them that. There's other good cards in too, like the new like Farah card, all that stuff. The big thing in this set that's changed is that apparently we have the new Starlight rarities, which is basically the JP Starlight rarities, which I don't think they call them Starlights in JP. I think they call them Prismatic Secret Rares, and that is the Starlight equivalent. But yeah, we have the new technology, as they call it, which is like not really new technology. It's just they finally got unlazy and decided to do it because we should have had it from the start. But yeah, let's get right into it, right? We actually have a case of this. And I'm curious on what the polls, I guess, is like, because this is the first core set with overframes. But this is also the first set in which supers can be starlights. Now, whether that's good or bad, I'm not sure. There's 20 starlights in this set. Whoa, this box is fucked up. Damn, tampered. Anyways, this is the first set in which supers are actually potentially starlights. And then this is the first set, core set at least, in which we actually have overframes in there. So I'm actually curious what the pull rates are going to be like. Especially with only 20 starlights and not 25. I'm curious what the pull rate is going to end up being. I hope it's not too shitty, but it probably will be pretty shitty. Invoked. Okay. Oh, God. It's been so long since I've opened the... It actually has... Well, I guess... I say a while, and honestly, 3 months is a while, but I forgot you only get, like, one hit. I'm used to UA, where you have, like, multiple hits in general, but this is like also why am I doing this? It's fine. I'll organize it for now, and then I'm going to immediately stop doing it when I feel like it. The new Sword Soul Synchro, that's pretty cool. Blitzclick is the new archetype in this set. I don't remember. I think initially people thought it was going to be pretty good, and then based on OCG results, Blitzclick isn't really doing anything, so it's kind of a letdown, but it's also OCG. They tend to not play things the way EN does, and EN is typically better at, like, deck building than JP is, but, which is, I mean, to be fair to JP, I guess they're the ones getting the set first, so it's like, you get the set first, you set the precedent, and then EN improves upon it. I call it TCG. TCG improves upon it over OCG. I'm too used to, like, Bandai games and the fucking whatever, JP, EN stuff, whatever. Anyways, nice. First Ultra Griffo. Cool new Karibo card. That's always nice to see. Angel Lecky. I don't know if Angel Lucky is EN exclusive. I actually don't even know. This is how far removed I am from Yu-Gi-Oh! I am just not paying attention. I'm just ripping packs and moving cards. I don't remember. I thought this is a super, to be honest. I didn't think this was a common. Okay, surprising. Yeah, I don't remember anything. Phantom Knights, no one cares. Who cares about Phantom Knights? I mean, it's pretty good support from what I remember, but it's also still PKs anyways. And they have no high rarity, so it doesn't really matter. But we have the first Ultra of the box. Also, I'm organizing it this way. I don't know why I started doing this. New S-Force, because we're all dying for S-Force support, I guess. They do have a cool link, right? They're like link 4, whatever is like a floodgate, but it requires you to use an S-Force monster as material. So, it's garbage. First secret, we have Crackle Blitzclick. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah. This is a 3 for the deck anyway, so that's nice. That's nice to see. It was always good to see good pulls. Clown Crew is really cool to see, although they don't have the pendulum yet, but I think that was a V-Jump promo, I'm pretty sure, so we won't see that for another 10 years or wherever the fuck it is, because, copyright and all that stupid bullshit. Skull Archery of Chaos, I know this is a Starlight, which look, it's a cool card for people who like them, but I really, really do not want to pull a fucking Starlight of that. I say that, and I probably will, and I'm going to blow my brains out. From what I saw on the list, though, they're a lot more selective, at least, because it's 20 Starlights and Supers are included. Some Secrets and Ultras can be really fucking garbage. So it turns out, like, being more selective with starlights and the higher rarities, probably a good idea. Instead of making all ultras and secrets like a starlight, now you have a more selective pool of cards that they could choose from, which they should have done from the beginning, but unfortunately they didn't. Theo realized pass lol. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, it just summons the Medius for free if you have any of the archetypes it's related to. So the Archmage, the Doomsday, or the Elf Notes. Yeah, that's pretty fucking good. Okay. So we have 1 secret, 2 ultras. So it's the Gray's Chaos Magical Hats. That's another one that's gonna be a Starlight, so that's not bad. I know Ritual Light and Darkness is pretty good in the OCG at least. It's had a lot of results, especially the Ritual Light and Darkness deck. Not just as an engine or whatever, but Grain Blitzclick, cool. Yomagna, Angel Lecky, Playtime, Mixotia, the Confounder. I love more super poly targets, you know. 1 spellcaster, 1 non-spellcaster, I guess. Cool. We really need more super poly targets, I guess, or whatever. Spiritual Sacred, Possess Destiny Wind. They made Charmer support again. Well, I guess they had Charmer support in the structure deck, but then it's like they try to give supports for the original Charmers, which is really weird because like those cards are just unplayable. So making support for that old of an archetype, good luck, I guess. Melfi Rabbies. It's also really funny seeing Melfis in here. The last time I remember them getting card / support, I think it was Power of the Elements, actually, wasn't it? I think. I'm pretty sure Melfi of the Forest was a super in that set. So it's always been low rarity. Clown Crew, Dristy, the Link. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I'm organizing the bulk like this. I'm fucking stupid. Whatever. Prohibited Power, Fan Knight's Doom, Glitch, Gray, Witness of the Ancients. What the fuck is this? Oh, right. This is a card that's also an overframe for whatever reason. Yeah, if you have a single monster in your field of graveyard, special zone for the hand, blah, 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 blah. This is like a weird card they chose as an overframe, though. And even overframes in general are really weird to me because I don't understand the parameters for how they choose what is an overframe. Like, now they're being more selective with secrets, which is cool, but it's like, I'm gonna be real with you. They could be a little more selective with the overframes, especially since they're apparently not easy to pull. But again, this is a core set, so maybe that changes. I think all the overframes, though, are ultras. Which means that since it's an ultra, you'll pull like 4 ultras per box on average. So, you know, there is that. Phantom Knights. Shaman Knight. Wow, very cool. Nice. It's like a alliteration or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Twilight Spectre. I'm not even reading cards. Oh my god, I'm fucking eating my own asshole. Yeah, this Sacred Beast. They have Sacred Beast support. It's support for the Sacred Beast archetype, but they have entirely new Sacred Beast cards they retrained. So it's like Hamon and whatever the hell. I can't remember the other two. It's like, oh god, what is it? Names? I can't remember. I have to see them, and unfortunately they're in this set, so I will probably pull. Speaking of, there's one of them. Yeah, Uriah. So it's like Uriah, Hamon, and then whichever one the fake what the fuck? How am I not remembering? It really has been that long. What is it called? Obelisk. Yeah, that's it. It's supposed to be like the fake obelisk, basically. They're like, it was so popular. And so in GX, they made them like again, basically. And then people went, what the fuck is this? Mind Shuffle, cool card for Ritual Light and Dark. That's nice. The big pull for supers I know is the Ritual card that basically lets you search Habakiri. It's Habakiri for more billion years. But the thing is, it's a super, which is really surprising to me. I thought they would have made that card an ultra or a secret, considering how generically good it is. But hey, I guess they gotta throw the Habakiri fans a bone, I guess, right? I mean, the Mitsuruki structure deck is coming out, I think. I'm pretty sure it's still coming out, so. God damn. Okay. Let's go to the... Right. My last pack has nothing, obviously. I'm still open, because what the fuck. Okay, yeah, Raviel. I'm not going to read their effects. You can read it on your own, alright? I'm not going to waste time with that stupid shit. Alright, that was the first box. Okay-ish pulls. Crackle Blitzclick is pretty cool. It's just Blitzclick as an archetype probably won't be that good, but I mean, who knows? I can be proven wrong. Again, I'm gonna be real. I'm just here to open packs and, I don't know, make money, I guess. Fucking call it what it is. But I don't think these are the best secrets. Because the best secret is that Pot of Sloth card, right? It's a new pot card that everyone wants to fuck. And then, yeah, it's a really good card. It's like a free mulligan, I guess is how people described it. So, very cool to see that. But, it's a secret. So, you know, yeah. Otherwise, it's Black Chaos is the other secret that's sought after. Because it's just the immediate 3F for the Ritual Light and Darkness deck. If not engine. I don't even know if there's an engine as far as I know. But, what do I know? Like I said, I've been out of the game. I'm just here to basically steal money, I guess. I don't know. I just love ripping packs. Okay. Phantom Knights. Angel Lucky. Trap. Synchro Trap. Gamma Summon. Oh, it's Alistair support. Oh, yeah. Alistair the Reminiscent is a Ultra in this set. Or I think he might be a secret, actually. Okay, we'll probably see him. Chaos Magical Hat. That's cool to see. Angel Lucky. Blah, 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 blah. Clown Crew Finale. Alright. Chaos, Glitch, Twilight, Invoked, Eyewise. Eyewise is such a weird card. It's like the card that also has a spell that specifically names it too, I think. It's like an Invocation Sword, I think is what it's called. It allows you to search, or it's like special to Eyewise. I don't remember. Noisy Footsteps, Phantom Knight. Oh, I love another one of these, apparently. Yeah, I really wanted another one, I guess. I don't know. There it is. Witness of the Ancients. Hey, maybe it's good, though. It is a machine tuner. And lets you summon it for free if you have a secret monster in your field or graveyard. So, you know. Very, very cool stuff. Light Dark, Summer, Blitzclick, Breakaway, Blitzclick, Gamma, Clown. I don't even know if that's all the supers I pulled, actually. As in, like, if I pulled every single one you can. There's just so many. Oh, man, there's so many fucking cards in this set. I'm so glad the Megatins are gone, though, because I cannot deal with another year of them reprinting a bunch of these goddamn fucking commons into the Megatins as also common rarities, because they really need to spend more money to fill out the packs. They couldn't have just given you the good hits. They gotta reprint common bulk, so that gives the plebeians access to the cards, I guess. Farah is a good pull. Oh, yeah, this is the other secret. Yeah, it's reveal the spell trap. Neither player get to activate the cards that affect your response to activation, blah, blah. Just good card in general. One of those cards that's a staple, I think. Staple 3 of, right? Kind of free. Yeah, except for hand the field by crap, yeah, or a spell, you summon it. And on special, take control of a monster your opponent controls with the highest attack. Very cool card. As cool as Sorcerer of the Swamp. Sacred Beast released. I thought this was something else. Never mind. I got excited for no reason. Alright. Sacred Beast release. Gotta unleash the beast, as they say, you know. I love unleashing the beasts after work and at night. That's what I call it, you know. And if you don't know what that means, well, you know. Maybe I'll give you a little bonus snippet at the end of this video and tell you what it means. Okay. Acid, Sacred Beast, Sacred Beast, Phantom Knights. Oh, it does. It has an Ultra. Actually, you know what? I'll read this. What does this do? Yeah, it's going to reveal one other Phantom Knights card in your hand. Special summon a normal special, add a PK monster from your deck to hand. Banish this card from graveyard. Use that face up extra material for the extra. Okay, cool. That's not bad. That's pretty good for Phantom Knights, though. I don't know if it actually will make a meta, but it makes it a lot more playable at least. And hey, you have an Ultra. I'm pretty sure there's no secrets for Phantom Knights. I'm pretty certain. The problem would just... unless it's like a new archetype or whatever, or especially like something that's really good, like giving an archetype like a secret slot is pretty bad, because obviously if you don't play that archetype, then it doesn't matter. Also, typically archetypes in themselves are just their entire decks. They're not necessarily all used as like engines or like even packages. So this is one of those cases where I'm pretty sure it's just a deck on its own. You can't like package or check it as an engine or whatever, but yeah. Maybe someone figures it out. Who knows? Okay. Wars, Chaos, Sorcerer, Lights. Ragged. See, this is the thing that's surprising. So it reveals a ritual spell from your hand or deck. And if you do add a monster from your deck to your hand that mentions that spell's name. This is a really fucking good card. But they made it a super, which is actually insane for how good it is for ritual decks. My assumption is that because OCG doesn't really have great tops with ritual decks, so they want to give it support and make it easier to obtain in a TCG, but I don't know, man. That card's That card reads really good, to be honest, so. Whew. Oh, man. Tired. Got off work, showered, went to go get my case, and on the drive home, I'm kind of regretting spending the money on this. I spent like, it was like 70 a box is what I spent, so $8.40 for a case, which is fine. Like, I was paying like 60 a box before, so it's like $7.20, so I'm paying $60 more, which is still fine, but although that $60 does matter. Y'all, here it is, Invocation Sword, yeah, I'm pretty sure, wait. That's not the card I was thinking of. Sorry. Never mind. I was thinking of a different card. The Eyewise card, I'm pretty sure, can be added with, like, a different invocation card or some shit. I don't know what the card is, actually. Maybe it's not it's probably not an invocation card. It's something else entirely. I'm pretty sure there's a way to just add it with a spell, but I don't know. Something that names it. Oh, God. That fucking stupid, what do you call it? Oh, God, I already lost my train of thought. Never mind. Fuck it. I'm not going back to it. Actually, I do want to go back to it. What is the card I was thinking of? It's not S-Force. What the hell is it? I just saw the card that made me think of... Oh, right, Invoked. So, they made their, like, mega, super, ultra crazy boss, like, a secret for whatever reason, I think. The Transcendence Aeon, whatever. Their big monster that just says rip me from your opponent's extra deck if you can make me. Cool card, I guess, but I think it's a secret, which is really unfortunate. Holy fuck. Oh my god, speak of the asshole in my asshole. Hyper Invoked Aeon, there it is. I called it, and there it fucking is. Yeah, it's just on fusion summon, banish card and feel up to number of monsters, use them as materials. And if you use 3 or more, look at your opponent's extra, they can banish up to 3 from it. And in quicker factor, just declares attribute, all the monsters in the field become that attribute. Cool. I don't know, that Riptide from extra deck is all that matters, though. It's pretty sick. But you need 2 plus fusion monsters with different attributes. Not, like, impossible, but kind of awkward. You would use it Invoked, I guess, so I just don't know the line for it. Is that super? That is. Martyr of the Sacred Beast. Oh, God, that's a spell also. Oh, fuck. Okay, we get through this. I am very tired, yes. But, oh, no, my fucking wrapper. What the wrap? Okay. S4s with the stealth. That. Fuck. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. How many packs was that? Well, that was all my secrets, actually, so it doesn't matter. I only had a few packs anyways. I'll find them somewhere. They flew off my table in a fit of rage, I guess. Hold on. Oh, okay. Like Darkness, S-Force, Annihilate. What the hell is this? When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, except monsters that were summoned this turn. Negate that activation. Then you can banish, face down, all face-up monsters your opponent controls, except monsters summoned this turn. If this set card and its owner's control is destroyed by opponent's card effect, you can set 1 trap from your deck. That's garbage. This takes, like, 2 turns to use. You have to go first, set it. Actually, it takes, like, 3 or some shit, right? Because, like, if you're in first, right, you set up your board, and then you set this. Then you have to wait a whole nother turn cycle just to actually use it, because it doesn't work on monsters that are summoned this turn. So it's like, I guess it's technically decent in the grind game, but that just feels like a really awkward card, because you just get FDK'd by your opponent anyways, who fucking cares. So you can use Combined Purification, Power Patron. I don't even know if that's a good card, to be honest. Okay. Let's put these away. That was number 2. Alright. Galaxy. Did I just cut myself? I fell a line through my fucking fingies. I hope I didn't. Oh, man. No, I'm fine. Holy shit. Close. Oh, also the wind should be there. Melfi there. Okay. Alright, that's 2 boxes down. We got 10 to go, baby. If it's 3 starlights, then it's probably 1 on each layer. I always go layer by layer. I just don't go by columns, because columns, usually they aren't all in the same column. They're always somewhere, but it's 1 on each row, so who knows? Okay. Invoked again. I really love Invoked. I really love Invoked. I really love Invoked. Celtic Mystic. Oh, God. Celtic Mystic. I forgot it's also a Starlight. Imagine pulling a... Oh, God damn it. That feels kind of bad. All these ones I say are feeling bad. I'm probably going to end up pulling. I'm going to fucking kill myself. Vikram. There's a... I guess not Vikram. Is Viracom. Yeah, sorry. Otherwise, I was gonna... Okay, you know, never mind. Actually, I'm not gonna continue my sentence. Okay. Spirit Sword, Light, and Ritual. Oh! We have a overframe. Hey! Cool! It's not the... It's not the Dark Magician, whatever. Or it's not the Black Lesser Soldier. But it is an overframe. It is Witness of the Ancient. That's... You know, that does look pretty good. This is my... Well, it's not my first overframe, but this looks a lot better than the first overframe I pulled. Thank God. Elf Notes, Angel Lucky. Okay, yeah. So it is an ultra slot, I guess. I haven't pulled a secret in this box, so... we are in the third box. So, okay. So I just have to keep that in mind. I feel like I'm going to forget in the middle of this video, though. That's just how it's going to be. I'm really tired, not going to pay attention. Invocation Sword. Iron Horus, Stealth. Okay, cool. New trap hole too, I forgot. Yeah, trap chicks rise up. Am I right, fellas? Or sorry, am I right, Coomers? Question mark. Are there any other Jeff Mandrakes in the world? All right, Melfi, Shamanite, Angelucky Disturbance. Okay. So I've been 4 ultras so far, I think. Let me get through this pack and then count it again. Light and Darkness, Summer. I'm glad they're making these cards. They're really shitty, but it's just for the sake of continuity. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. So entirely new box. And that's when the overframe came in. And I'm also curious how many overframes are. Obviously, Battles of Legend was never a good indicator just because it's such a shitty set. Hey, but we have a good secret. Black Chaos. Black Chaos. It's very cool. Kind of reminds me of Black Thunder. I don't know why. Black, maybe. Color. Exclamation point. Question mark. Okay. Palpation. Melfi. What? Oh, S-Force. Ragged Rights of Records. Or Ragged Records of Rights. Okay, there we go. Here's we pull a secret and an overframe and an ultra. That's really cool. Okay. Him on these nuts. Okay. Alright. Just on the right side. Well, we can move on to the left side now, actually. I'm pretty sure I pulled everything on the right side. Okay, we're just gonna do like this. Melfi, Rabbies. Yeah, I know people love Melfies so much. Jesus Christ. Okay. Angel Licky, listed, Thunder Crash, Snare Crow. So Thunder Monsters, I guess you can use it in the Blitz Click Archetype. Probably won't, but eh. Some of the Psycho Beast, S-Force, World Shattering. Yeah, that's also bad in there. Whoa. Let me see. No, Elf Notes June Pride. Perfect. This is the perfect time this set is coming out. Honestly, I don't know if Konami timed that or not, but it'd be kind of funny if they did. They're like, damn, we know that Pride Month is coming up. How do we celebrate it? By doing a special event. No. People don't want to do special events, okay? They don't care about them that much just because you're supporting, like homosexual, like, rights or whatever. But, let's just give them a little something. Anyways, here's an Elf Note June Pride specifically. Everyone else is going to be like, what the hell? But JB's going to be like, oh yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know. Anyways, happy Gay Pride Month, I guess. Anyways, Blitz Click, Lather, Sacred Beast, Angel Lucky Destroyer, Angel Lucky Disturbance, and yeah, there's all that. Again, I'm not reading those. You can look up what the Imposter Shifted does or whatever. Okay, so we pulled one secret so far. This maybe the secret. No. Guided transformation. Oh my god, it's a super. I need to wake up. Okay. Stealth Angel Cradle. It's a fairy. Level 8 arc. Okay. Hood Paradise. Alright. Wait. Whoops. What the fuck is this? Dealing monsters. Huh. Okay, yeah, that's not a bad card. It's not a terrible synchro. It is level 8 though, which is kind of weird, but I'm sure there are decks that can quickly do that. Or output the bodies for at least. Okay, so 2 Ultras. Oh, sorry. I'm always gonna hit this camera. Classic me, right? I have to keep up the continuity at this point. That's what I tell myself. What? Oh, I see. It's right here. I'm just stupid and didn't notice the fucking line or whatever. There's that and then that. Okay. Ah! Drop damn pack thingy. Okay. The wrapper. Starlight. Hey! First Starlight, and it's a really good one. I'm a sloth all over myself now, baby. That's a good Starlight. So this is what the new Starlight looks like, and you can tell it's a lot different now. Actually, give me 1 second. Let me pull out an old Starlight. In fact, let me pull a Starlight from Blazing Dominion. That's right. I'm fucking that I pulled a Starlight from Blazing Dominion. Is it a good one? No. But I have it, I think, somewhere. Okay, no, there's a good one. Alright, so for reference, side by side. Elf Knight Regina from last set, Potter Sloth from this set. It is a lot different. You can definitely tell there is quite a large contrast. The border is a lot different too. You can just tell. The pattern is essentially the same. It's just a lot different texturing too. Like if you do the reflections, they're about the same. It's just a lot different with like the border especially. But there's a lot more of a pronounced difference. Like this is Elf Knight Regina. This is Potter Sloth. So I mean, honestly, Starlights in general look nice, but the new technology is a nice touch. Now to figure out if we can get some more, OCG imports, like would be cool if we saw, what the fuck do you call it? Like their other rarities, like the parallel rares. I think those are actually super cool. We'll never get the card quality that, hey, holy shit in my penis ass. Potter Sloth again. Wait, really? That's crazy. So Starlight, wow, Starlight, Potter Sloth, and Secret Sloth. Okay, dude, I'm slothing for sure tonight. That was a cracked box, by the way. Holy shit. Black Chaos, Black Lightning, and Potter Sloth. Also, I am so tired I wasn't even paying attention, and I put all this everywhere. It wasn't even organized, which is really stupid. I don't know why I care enough. I don't know why I care about that, because I'm just going to put them all together in a box anyways and dump it. No one gives a fuck about bulk. Well, yeah, people don't really care about bulk, and then I'm just going to sell off the bulk if I can, because people will pay for it anyways, whatever. Is it bad? Maybe, but they want the cards because Nats is coming up. Hey, but great starts with a good Starlight. I know it's not the best though, because while it's a good card, the best Starlight is the overframes, and that's what people were curious about. There are 4 overframes in the set. Did I say that earlier? I think maybe I didn't. Yeah, there's 4 overframes in this set. It's the Black Luster Retrain, the what do you call it? The Dark Magician of Chaos, the Magician of the Black Chaos Retrain, and then there's like 2 others. Oh, the Witness of Ancients. Sorry, yeah, because I just pulled the overframe. That's another Starlight overframe, and then there's one more. I think it's the Farah. I think it's the Farah secret that's also an overframe as well. So you have really good overframes. The question is, how many overframes are you pulling per case? Nice. Woo, Thunderclap. And then Foolish Trap Hole. I'm about to trap you in my little hole. Anyways, that was a really good box. That was the 3rd box too. I need to actually make a note of something really quick once I put this all away. Yes, you get to watch me put this away every fucking time. And I know you're probably watching this. Go, dude, just throw them all into a box or whatever. Let's get to the box openings. I go, no, I have to cuck you, and I need you to watch. I need the watch time. See, I'm not monetized, but also, fucking later. I'm not monetized, but I just want to make you watch as much as possible so you can, potentially suffer through this with me. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, I need to make a note. Let me get a sticky. Well, actually, let me get a little piece of paper here. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna fucking delay this video just to do this because I need to mark something. Okay, so there's one on that side. Okay, a little piece of tape to mark it. Because usually you can map where starlights are. Yes. Typically they are mappable, in which their placement in the case can determine where the rest of them are. So if you have a store that lets you pick your boxes from a case, it's potentially more beneficial to you if you know where they are, right? Because I know, like, I've opened... Oh, God, what was it? The last time I really tried to map out cases was YuGiOh, and that was easy to map out. Like, I could figure out, like, if you see the first starlight... I think starlight? What the fuck? Was it starlight? No. It was like QCRs. If you know where the first QCR was, you could figure out where the rest of them were, basically. And generally, they were in the same column. So if you bought all the boxes in the same column, you would just pull all of like the starlights. In general. Not always, but in general. So that's how mappable they were, right? And it's like fucking QCRs too. And it's like also YuGiOh, right? The best set ever printed in the world. So yeah, it's pretty valuable. But I'm curious with these overframes, would they change that or not? Again, I haven't really been paying attention to whether or not you can map out like starlights and like the high rarities and stuff. I know you obviously can't map out boxes, but it's still the same case. What the fuck am I doing? It's still the same case where you can figure out the ratios of what you're pulling based on like the secrets of ultras you pull. So if I pull like a pot of sloth, I know I can pull a black chaos. Honestly, I probably should write this down, but I am 4 boxes in. What the fuck is this card? Monsters you control that were normal switch them from the hand gain 500 attack defense. Okay, so permanently. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 Mech Beast token. If you do add a Blitzclick monster. Oh, I see. It's for Mech Beast. Okay, or Mech Beast. It's for Blitzclick. I see. What the fuck? What does that remind me of? That reminds me of something. I don't know what it is, though. There's another field spell that looks just like it. I can't think of what it is, though. Is it the Valkyrie field spell? I don't fucking remember. Clown 2 Dristy. We're Dristying it up. Stealth Angel Blade. Wow. Yeah, I really should, but I'm 4 boxes deep. So, actually, I did organize them, actually. So, you know what? Fuck it. I'll write them down after I open this. Yes, you're gonna watch this whole fucking video anyway, so who cares? You're gonna wait for me to write this down, you stupid cucks. Alright, anyways. Let me actually write those down. Right, and let me get a page where I'm not showing off some, information. Okay, ultras we are not going to care about, so we're going to go pot, black, chaos. And then there's hyper invoked. Right. Invoked. Plus Farah. And we won't consider overframes, but we probably should, right? Chaotic. Phantasmal. Plus Crackle. Is it really called Crackle? So they made Cool Tunes Crackle, and then they made Crackle Blitz Click. That's a weird thing. They really just reused the same name twice. Okay. Alright, I have it written. Cool. Let's keep going. Because usually when you're pulling secrets, and ultras also, but ultras people don't really care enough about, is mostly the secrets, because, secrets are usually where the best cards are. You can map out the cards that you can pull based on your first secret that you pull, right? Unless you have a weird error box and you get Michael'd, where you pull, like, 1 secret and, like, 5 ultras or something. You can basically map out what you're going to potentially pull in the pool. Also, what the hell did I just... Have I really not pulled a single common spell this entire time? Oh, I did. I just didn't fucking pay attention. Jesus Christ, I need to sleep. Gray Layer. Chaos Magical Hats. Cool. Shaman Knight. And then Ignihorse Dragonus. What the hell? This Draco horse races across the sea, boiling the water surface while keeping its own flames from going out. Its dream is to set foot one day upon its homeland. Holy shit, is that the start to Uma Musume? I'm about to fucking Uma Poi all over myself. Alright, Yugna, Angel Lecky. Oh, Mixosha, the confounder. Damn, get confounded, you fucking idiot. As I super poly your board away. Okay. Twilight, let's click spiritual, blah blah blah. Theo realized past the lull. Yeah, I know there's ratios, it's always been the case. I'm just curious what the ratios are with this. Okay. Fuck. Actually, Pot of Sloth might be the best Starlight that isn't an overframe. Potentially? I don't know what else would be. Black Chaos. Maybe Black Chaos too. Because I know Black Chaos isn't a overframe. But the Dark Magician of Chaos is. There's a different one. It's like a ritual card. Maybe I'll pull it. Maybe I won't. Because remember, it's 2 secrets a box. Which means you are pulling 24 secrets. And there's 10 of them. Which means your average ratio is 2.4 of each secret. So you should be pulling 2 of each secret. It's a little more. But sometimes you get fucked in the asshole. And you pull more of something that you don't want. And you pull less of something that you do want. It's truly the Konami conundrum of all time. Anyways. Invoked Melfi, Summoner of the Sacred Beast. About to summon something else after this video is done, that's for sure. Spoiler alert, it's Cum. I'm gonna summon Cum from my peen. Anyways, Summer, Melfi, Godmommy. Yeah, Godmommy. I can't wait. What a weird name too. Melfi, Godmommy. Why? I guess it's like the mother of the Melfis. It gave birth to all of them. Get that Mel Fussy up, you know what I mean? I don't know. Elf, no, June Pride. Happy Pride Month. That's kind of fucked. It's almost, June's almost over. And then, wait, actually, hold on. Yeah, June's almost over. That's really unfortunate. And, you know, once Pride Month is over, the card gets immediately banned. That's how it works, I think, right? Okay. Sacred Beast, as forms, Melfi, over there. 3 Champions of Sword Soul. Very cute art, though. I do like Iris Sword Soul a lot. I do like that they put the golden Sword Souls and an Iris Sword Soul into one card. Even though in lore, I'm pretty sure they're all dead. I think the golden Sword Souls die first, and then Iris dies. And then she, like, reincarnates as something as someone else. I don't remember. Okay, yeah, so I know this is an overframe, though. So, this is Blackluster's Soldier. Okay, time to write this down. That's right. We're going to write this down again. Okay. Chaotic. Phantasmal. Plus Black Luster Soldier. Yeah. Can't believe I got blacked on video, dude. That's crazy. Anyways. Yeah. Okay, all traps. Actually, this set is kind of interesting because last set actually has a lot of, like, pretty good generic cards. You have Solemn Accusations. You have technically generic, but technically not. You have the Dominant Spark, right? This set, I guess it's the Farah, but I don't know if it's as... And I guess Pot of Sloth. But I guess Pot of Sloth is, like, the only real generic card. Everything else is, like, part of an archetype or not. Yeah, I guess it's technically not all, like... I guess that's the only real generic card, Pot of Sloth. Because then everything else is, like... You know, Ritual Light and Dark, Invoke Aeon. Farah, I guess, is potentially generic, but I have to read it again. I don't think it locks you into something. I guess it is, yeah, generic. There's only 2 generic cards. They really don't like printing a lot of generic cards, and I guess I get it, right? Whisker, Blitz, Click. I guess too many generic cards mean that the set is too good. You can't make a set that's too good now. I wish, though. I always wish that we go back to Agov era. God, the amount I spend on that set is pretty disgusting. If I had made a video for every time I open Agov, and I have some videos, but I don't have all of the videos I could have had opening that set, I probably would have had at least 20 different videos of opening Agov. And it wasn't even just single boxes either. I opened a lot. It was like in increments of like, God, it was always like at least like 4 boxes minimum every time I opened it, just buying them out. It was so bad that at one point, one of the card shops had got it, like, not from a distro. They got it from an eBay seller, right? So they had to sell the boxes for higher. They couldn't sell at the MSRP, which they normally sold it for. So they were selling boxes of Agov for 125 at the time, and I bought them. Yeah, I fucking bought them over MSRP. This is Yu-Gi-Oh we're talking about, by the way. I opened fucking Yu-Gi-Oh at over MSRP. That says a lot, by the way. But it's Agov, right? You get so many good hits. That's like one of those sets where it's like, it's just a perfect set, really. It's always a good hit every time. The worst card you could actually ever pull in that was the TG Rocket Salad, the TG cards. Because 2 of them were secrets, I think, and 1 of them was an Ultra. Right? Yeah. I think it was a spell that was an Ultra, that was a secret, and then there was a Salamander. But, like, there were just so many good hits in general that it was just, like, overall, like, maybe you don't plus, obviously, but your chances of plussing on a box are really high. And Setis were, like, 55 or 60s. The Bellstars were, like, I think, like, 45, 50s. Wanteds were, like, 90. It was all good. Starlight. Oh, what the fuck is this? Wait, what is this? What? What is this? Astrasma? What the hell? I've never... You can special card from your hand by returning 1 or 2 monsters you control to the hand. You can special... Okay, you can always use the following effects once a turn. This card's special summon, you can reveal any of the monsters in your hand with different levels. Then target that many face-up cards your opponent controls and negate their effects. If this card in the field is destroyed by card effect and sent to the graveyard, you could add this card to your hand. Interesting. It's a level 7 Thunder. I mean, another Starlight. I'll always take that. Oh, sorry. What the hell? How have I not seen that? Is that an Ultra? What the fuck? Is that an Ultra or a secret? It's definitely not a super. I can tell you that much. Because I'm pretty sure I pulled all the supers already at this point. Well, I guess there's always a chance I haven't. But seriously, if there's no way it's a super. It has to be an Ultra. And I probably haven't pulled it, right? I mean, is it... What the hell? I don't know. That doesn't even... Actually, no. Now that I think about it, I don't know if it's that good. Because you have to reveal monsters of different levels. So it's like, you definitely can't play in every deck. Because, like, most decks have, like, basically a certain level that they're attributed with, right? Like, level 4s, level 3s, blah, 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 blah. What decks even have a bunch of monsters with different levels? What the fuck? I don't know, maybe it's really good. Who knows? It is a free level 7 you can just summon. What the God Mommy? Okay. Blitzclick Breakaway, Lava Restriction, Clown Crew. Get confounded, bitch. Okay. Well, another Starlight, though. That is very good. And unfortunately, my theory for the mapping on that, unfortunately, did not pan out. I thought it'd be all in the same column, but I pulled it from a different column, too. No, I'm not going to take my phone and fucking record it, because my room's a mess, and I want to show you this goddamn pigsty I'm in. Right now, I feel like I'm trapped like a rat with all this shit around me. And by shit, I mean cards, because, of course, it's cards. This Annihilate Retrolights is so fucking ass cheeks, dude. Why is that an Ultra, by the way? Annihilate. Unless I'm, like, not understanding something. This card does not seem that good. Hold on. Let me go back to it really quick after I open this pack. That's probably shitty. Yeah, shitty. It must be something that I'm not understanding. This is a counter trap, so spell C3. But when you're putting activates a monster effect on the field, except monsters that were summoned this turn. Negate that activation. Then you banish face down all face-up monsters your opponent controls, except monsters summoned this turn. Yeah, there's no way this is a good card, right? Because you have to go first. You have to set it, and you can't use it against your opponent that next turn, because you can't set this and activate it the same turn. Yeah. If this card in this owner's draw is destroyed my opponent's card effect, you can set 1 trap from your deck. So it lets you set a trap, but your opponent has to destroy this, first of all. So they don't, who fucking cares? But then, like, you can't even use it against your opponent most of the time. So it's like, what the... Maybe there's something I'm just not understanding. This card just doesn't seem good. Oh my god. I hope this is not a Starlight. I know not every secret or an Ultra is a Starlight. For example, Alistair the Reminiscent is not a secret. Okay. Cool. Vision of Black Chaos. Get blacked. Hold on. Is that my other one? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's the first secret from that. Yeah. Okay, so Magician of Dark Chaos. Yeah, and then this is the first one I pulled. This is also an overframe as well, which it's like nice looking overframe. It's probably it's easily the most expensive Starlight in the set. Because overframe, first off, so pulling a single overframe out of 20 different out of 20 Starlights, pulling a specific Starlight in general is hard. But pulling an overframe Starlight is gonna be even harder. Second, it's also just a good card. It's good for the ritual light, the light and darkness deck, right? Which has seen results in the OCG. Anyways, back to the other shitty card. Unless someone can explain it to me why it's a good card, I'm not really sure. Because if it was like, if this card is destroyed by an effect, great. Like, I think that puts out potential. Because then you can set it, pop it yourself, search any trap in your deck, right? But, like, it has to be from your opponent. Your opponent has to be the one that pops it in order to get that effect. Otherwise, it's like a negate and banish, but, like, it takes, like, 2 turns to even use it. This is the first I opened this. Angel Lucky opening the E4. What the fuck? Oh! This is the chess archetype. I'm retarded. I forgot. I'm sorry. It was released, and I never read the cards. I remember people talking about it and, like, sucking its chess pieces off. Like, oh, it's a really good archetype. Didn't know what it does. I was trying to wonder what it was. I think this is a TCG exclusive, though. Yeah, yes, it is. The chess cards are TCG exclusive, so. And I think they're all. I think it's like obviously that trap aside, like all the spells and trap aside. I think they're all synchros too. So, you know, synchro archetype, very cool. Clown Juristy, get Jurist. Okay. But we don't care about ultras. Maybe someone in the comments can answer the question of why that one other fucking spell, or that one ultra is like a good card. I just don't see it. I don't understand it. Like, it's a counter trap at least, but like, I'm not understanding how it's supposed to be a good card. If you could pop it like with your own effects and get the effect to set a trap, yeah, obviously it'd be abused, but it'd be good. But it's like, this is a card that you can't even use for like fucking 2 turns. You set it on your turn, and you need to go back to your turn again in order to use it. I guess it's fine. I guess Yu-Gi-Oh is at a point where like you're not necessarily getting FTK'd on like your second turn or whatever, but like it doesn't seem that great, honestly. But I could be proven wrong, who knows. Maybe it's like a really cracked card. Maybe people are like, dude, why are you calling this amazingly good cum guzzling card like the main shitty card? You don't know Yu-Gi-Oh. And I'd be like, yeah, you're right. I don't know Yu-Gi-Oh. So maybe someone in the comments can explain why it's good. Like, this sexy little card here is very good. It's a Link 5. Yeah, well, if I remember this right, yeah. Yeah, it just lets you foolish your monster. It's pretty fucking awesome. It's also a Link 5, so you're like, oh, that's really hard to get to. Anyways, plays Cyber Slop. Who fucking cares? Yeah, anyways. Good Link. And it's also only an Ultra, which is kind of surprising, I guess. But, it is a Link 5, so not every deck can necessarily play it. It has to be Cyber Slop that plays it. Because Cyber Slop is like the only, like one of the few decks that can like shit out bodies really fast. Not really fast, sorry. They can shit out a lot of bodies to link off into. Fan Eyes, Purification. Where is my other secret? It's probably in these last ones. I haven't even paid attention to my ultras, to be honest. I am 5 boxes deep. We're rolling in the deep. We're rolling deep into the pig pen. About to go mud wrestling for this last secret. Okay, Retro Light, Blitz click. There, Farah, hey, very good secret. My cute little kitten. Okay, well, time to write this down too. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay, so it is Magician of Blacked. And then Farah. Yeah, it's just called Farah. They couldn't put the H, otherwise they'd be copywriting like Overwatch or something, right? Because that's where Farah's from, right? It has no original meaning or anything from like old times. It's just its own original name. It comes from Farah from Overwatch. Or whatever. Okay, cool. Well, that was box number 5. So we pulled, yeah. I mean, it's the typical ratios, by the way, when it comes to the Starlights. It's going to be like 1 on each layer of a case. Unless it's an error case, that's weird. You're basically going to be pulling 1 per layer. And this is, I mean, I'm only 5 boxes deep, so I'm not even halfway in. But it seems like it's back to its original, maybe. Because I know for Blazing Dominion, people were talking about how they were pulling, like, 4 Starlights on average, I guess. So, like, if they're pulling 4 Starlights on average for Blazing Dominion, I'm curious if this is probably scaled back. It is only 20 Starlights total. So it makes sense if it's like 3 Starlights only per box. Whereas I think Blazing Dominion was 25 Starlights. Okay. Ow. Fuck, I just cut myself. I cut myself for the views, you know. Holy shit, I'm 50 minutes in. I'm not even halfway through. Oh my fucking god, these videos are... Why do I always take so fucking long? I swear. I feel like I'm opening kind of fast. I get... Okay, you know what? To be fair, I did get distracted with the whole conversation about that trap, which I think is shitty, but it's maybe not shitty. But, I just yap and then I forget about the time, I guess. I don't... When I record this, by the way, a little behind the scenes. When I record, I do not pay attention to the time at all. I don't even look at the time. I look at the recording sometimes, but not really. Like, I'm just basically recording it, put the phone up, and then call it a day. And then if it gets fucked, it gets fucked. I'm too busy opening packs. I don't even pay. Technically, I should be looking at my camera screen right now just to make sure it's always in focus. But, like, dude, I open boxes for fun. I'm not monetized. I don't actually give I don't really give a fuck, okay? I've been on the same setup for, like, the past, what, 2 years, I think? Yeah. Like 2-3 years. I've been the same setup. It's on my fucking extendable arm that I can kind of adjust, that I occasionally hit with my arms for whatever reason because I'm stupid. And I have yet to change it, even though there are times when I say I'll change it. I'm not gonna change it. I think this is just a staple. This is a jumpiest A-Man classic, as I call it, you know. It's a staple of my video filming style, you know. I'm not gonna put it on the gimbal. I'm not gonna put it on the stabilizer. I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm just gonna do it raw, no rubber, basically. So, you know. Twilight, Melfi, Blitz Click. Oh, I'm stupid. It's Emmy. I think I said it earlier, too. I really read that and went, Blitz Click. Why would they name a card that? That'd be really... I mean, it'd be really funny, but they would never call it that. So, you know, because it's CCG. Angel Lucky, opening to E4. I'm pretty sure opening the E4 is probably like a chess move, too. I don't know. Like a Leon Font, some French bullshit or something. I don't know. What in the black Gussie is this? What the fuck? Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold up. Wait a minute. What's this gunk on my card? What the wait, it's... Oh. Oh, well, it comes off at least, right? What is this? Wait. Does that even... Isn't damage the card, right? Well, it's a super, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, weird. Also, there's weird border issues now that I'm noticing it. I can't really get it on camera. Maybe I can get it with the glare. You can see some border issues on the top, so... Yeah, well... I mean, to be fair, I'm not grading these cards anyways, because fucking grading is retarded, and anyone that does it should fucking kill themselves. So it doesn't really matter for me. I mean, as long as it looks playable, that's all that matters, right? Yeah. Anyone that, I don't know, grading's a scam. I think it is. I think it's great to grade cards and scam people who are willing to pay absurdly high prices for them. I think it's really funny. But I think just grading in general is a really stupid concept. I've complained about this plenty of times. And I will continue to complain about it because fucking grading is stupid. Okay, so Crackle. Alright. It's go time. It's time to pay attention. This is 2 secrets. I mean, I've already pulled this Starlight from the layer anyway, so. I haven't seen this Astroma card this whole time, though. What the fuck rarity is this goddamn card? Is this a secret? The Astroma Urania should be a secret, right? I'm surely, like, open every single Ultra humanly possible, right? Okay, hold on. Let me get through this box and... Oh, my God. Let me get through this box and then organize my Ultras. Because I feel like I've seen this 50... What the... It's not a super. What the hell is it? It's an Ultra. Never mind. I'm not going to organize it because I just opened it. It is an Ultra. All right. All right. We found out immediately. Didn't take a lot of time. I just hadn't pulled it yet. I swear it felt like I'd opened every... Well, granted, I've only opened, like, what, 6 boxes so far? So, I guess it makes sense. 6 boxes gets you 1 of each, like, Ultra, I guess. I don't know. I'm just pulling so much of the other shit. I was just like, damn, maybe this card doesn't exist. Maybe it's a card only in Starlight. But I'm like, they haven't done that. Well, they have, but they haven't done it in a while, maybe. Where they make a card that's only available in that high rarity. Which is, like, an interesting concept, except the time they've done it recently has been for shitty cards. Like, what is it? The Gaga girl, whatever the fuck. it's an alt art, but it's like you could pull it as like a starlight or QCR or whatever. I think there was another card too. I don't remember what it was, but like they made it as a starlight. Oh, it was Rose Garden Maiden. It was an alt art Rose Garden Maiden, but they made it starlight only for some reason. But it doesn't retain value because it's fucking Rose Garden Maiden. And unlike other fucking arguably shitty TCGs when it comes to rarity cards like Pokemon and stuff, it's like those high rarity cards are only available in certain rarity. They don't really sell for a lot of money. Yu-Gi-Oh players do not care, which is actually a nice thing about Yu-Gi-Oh, is that most of the time Yu-Gi-Oh players are there to play the fucking game. They're not there to like, well, they do collect to an extent, but like they're not necessarily there to like basically scalp and grade and get like a more $1 billion. They play this, but it also makes sense because Yu-Gi-Oh's reprint policy is a lot more aggressive, so like it makes sense. They don't give a, they don't care. They're just gonna play the cards what they have. If they pull extras, they'll sell it, or if they don't like the cards anymore, they just sell it. Doesn't matter. But I guess that is a nice thing about Yu-Gi-Oh, is that stuff like that that's exclusive in rarities. They don't just go to absurd, like, they don't get absurdly high in price. So if you want like the alt arts and stuff like the Starlight, QCR only, whatever the cards, and it's like, hey, you can easily get them. I guess the only time it was kind of expensive, let me think. There was that time with the QCRs where they did like the Magician of Sorcerers, whatever, this unique card, like 25 cards in your graveyard or whatever the fuck, and gets a bunch of attack damage. I don't know, it's a meme card basically. But I remember them doing that, and I guess those were somewhat expensive. Not really. Like they were like a few hundred at most. I think the most was Ultimate Pride of Dragon Soul, the fusion though, only because you could play it, I believe, in a Primite deck or something. But that's the only reason they got bought out. Otherwise, it was still pretty cheap. Hyper Invoked Aeon. I really wanted that. Okay, let's open this last pack and then write it down in my little dream journal, you know. Speaking of dream journals, I want to go to Dreamland now because I am very me. Okay, let me write this down. Oh god, I keep knocking this over. Oh fuck. Okay. Crackle Blitz. I have really bad handwriting that I'm going to show later, and I hope no one makes fun of me for it, only because I'm just quickly writing this down. And if people make fun of me for it, then I will fucking find where you live, and I will kill you. I will execute you and your entire family. Okay, cool. So that was box number 6. We've had 2 starlights so far? Yeah, that's 2 starlights so far. We've had pretty good pulls, actually, so far. 1 sloth only, though. Not including starlights, obviously, but 1 sloth only. We've also only pulled 1 overframe, which is interesting. The thing with high rarity, with new rarities like this, and what surprises me is that the sets we had them introduced in, they were kind of hard to pull. Because what was it? The first rarity collection? What the fuck was it called? Rarity 5. Yeah, Rarity 5 had them, and it was still a weird pull rate. It was like 4, and it was like 3 overframes and like a potential Starlight overframe, or maybe it was a guaranteed Starlight overframe. I don't remember. But the pull rate is weird. You pull like 3 of them, but that's like an offset. It's not a core set. And then Battles of Legend Glorious Gallery, I think it was 3 overframes. I don't remember the Battles of Legend. I just know it was like a kind of a low-ish pull rate, which is kind of weird because if you're trying to advertise for this low rarity, you want to make it at least a little more obtainable, right? I would think. Okay. But I don't know. What do I know? I don't work at Konami. Maybe I don't understand the logistics of it. It's like really hard to print the new rarities because it takes too much manpower and money, I guess. And the TCG does not have that or something. I don't fucking know. Oh, OCG has them? Well, you know, it is what it is, right? Actually, it is really interesting because OCG obviously does everything to suck the dick of players. But that's because they have to. Because their card market is like really crazy. There's a bunch of different card games that they have to compete against. Card games like Duel Masters is like one of the top, if not the top selling like TCGs in JP, right? So it makes sense that something like Yu-Gi-Oh has to overcompete by making their cards a lot more attractive, right? But it's just kind of funny that they just fuck over the TCG in general with card quality and like higher hit rates, and makes it really hard to get cards that you need. But like they do it because they don't care, because they know people will buy it, and they know that people will pay whatever price, because like realistically, like you're not gonna get the cards anywhere else unless you're willing to wait. And obviously Yu-Gi-Oh players want to play. But then they don't really have to put the effort in it. They can have shitty... that's why they can have shitty side sets, by the way, that allow them to not give a fuck. Right? Like, Maze of Muertos is probably single-handedly, like, this year alone, either Maze of Muertos or Battles of Legend Glorious Gallery. Actually, you know what? It's probably... I think I opened more Maze of Muertos because of D-Mod. But Battles of Legend Glorious Gallery... Fuck. Okay, cool. Sloth. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Battles of Legend Glorious Gallery is, in my opinion, of the sets we know of this year coming out also, easily, like, the worst set of the year. It's worse than any other set I've ever opened. And, it's obvious to tell why. It doesn't feel good to open. There's, like, reprints are just fine, I guess, but it's too archetype specific. It's just not a good set in general. The pull rates are penis. They have chibi cards, which they can be cute, but most people don't give a fuck about anyways. If you really want to collect the chibis, and they're really cheap as hell. But, like, the TCG can release sets like that, and it will still sell regardless. It's not like they introduce new cards for, like, Talon Knights and all that stuff, but it's like, if you don't play those archetypes, then who fucking cares? That's the second Grifo I found. Also, I'm pretty sure this is a good card, the Grifo. Get griefed. Set quickly spell trap that mentions light and darkness ritual. Yeah, you play in the light and darkness set. Yeah. You definitely play this. That's for sure, because you just set the mind shuffle trap with it. It's pretty cool. Oh, fuck, I'm about to come. Black Chaos. Black Chaos Starlight. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, you know what? What the hell? Wait. Okay, so this is the third Starlight. Let's keep this in mind. Let's keep this also. Wait, is this? What the fuck? What? Okay, this is the fourth Starlight. Wait, the third. This is the third Starlight I pulled. I pulled it from the middle of the case. So I pulled two in the middle, one at the top. So I'm curious what the rest are going to look like then. Does that mean the bottom has another Starlight? Is it 4 Starlights? Surely it's 3, right? Well, I was saying early Blazing Dominion, I pulled 4. But I don't think that was everyone's case. It wasn't just consistent. Everyone got 4 Starlights and everyone clapped and cheered and got happy. It was at a lot more cases than expected had 4 Starlights. I had 4 Starlights. One of my friends had... one of my acquaintances that I know had 4 Starlights in his case. Some others had 4 in theirs as well. But usually before... Typically, it was like 2 to 3. Like, you would normally pull 3 QCRs or Starlights. Obviously, after the QCR changes, right? So, it basically started with QCRs. So, QCRs, you would pull like 3. You pull like 2 to 3 on average. Mostly leaning towards 3. You'd almost never pull 4 unless there's like some error case. But then Blazing Dominion is when people started getting a lot more Starlights, I guess. So, maybe this is a new normal thing. Which, if it is, great. Right? You still get value from the good cards, and it makes it feel a lot better to open into cases. Granted, like 3 Starlights a case isn't bad. Look, in comparison to another game I play, Union Arena, 3 Starlights being the chase cards, feels pretty fucking good. Unlike Bandai games, in which their hit rates are so fucking dog anus that it makes me want to blow my brains out. But, I guess maybe they might be... If this is like a norm... I guess it depends on if I pull a 4th Starlight or not. But I guess it depends on if it's like becomes a norm or not. If it is, then that's great. Like, it doesn't devalue the cards too much either. Because again, if they're more picky and choosy with... That's the first Surge I've seen, actually. Damn. First Surge, I guess. But yeah, if they're more picky and choosy with which cards they make Starlights, and that's really good, because then you'll have a bunch of dog shit. Like, if this Mortalux was a fucking Starlight, I guarantee you this piece of shit would probably be like $40 at most. Maybe it's a good Xseed, but I can't imagine it's good enough that it would be worth more than like 100. But if they're more picky and choosy with what they make Starlights and QCRs, then it feels a lot better, right? Because that way, if you're pulling a Starlight, it's generally always going to be good. Earlier I said I didn't want the Summon Skull, right? Because I think it's whatever. Like, the art's fine. I just think in terms of being a card, it's, like, okay. But, like, it's also, like, not a terrible Starlight, all things considered. Like, you could have way worse Starlights. Imagine pulling, like, the Chess Trap as a Starlight. That'd be pretty fucking ass, right? I say that as I probably pull one because it's actually a secret. Or it's actually a Starlight and I don't know it. But yeah, I guess it depends. I don't know. I mean, right now, after seeing these, I think I like the new Starlight rarities. They they're still slightly different from what JP's, I guess, Starlight equivalents look like. But that's also because JP's card stock is a lot. Cleaner is not like the word, I guess. JP's Starlights are just different. Because JP Starlights, their card stocks, it's almost like, what's the word for it? Plastic? I guess it almost feels like plastic to an extent. It just feels a little more smoother and looks a lot nicer with gloss on it. But, I guess yeah. I mean, the Starlights do look a lot nicer. It's close to JP's to an extent with the borders at least, but I mean, the JP still has the better quality. It's always gonna have the better quality. It's just this is a good step in the right direction. I think Konami knows that they have to do this anyways because they know that they've been shitting the bed, especially last year, and they need to step it up because otherwise people are potentially just not going to play this game if they keep quality the way it is. Although, to be fair, that's always the argument. Oh my god, I need to just fuck my ass. That's always the argument, and then people still play and buy stuff anyways, right? So, yeah. Realistically, they could have never changed anything. They don't do overframes. They don't do these new Starlight rarities, and I think it would change nothing, to be honest. This probably gets more players interested in buying product, I guess, but, like, that's because they're just making good sets, right? But if they make a shitty set, then what? Like, Battles of Legend Glorious Galleries. Do you really think people are clamoring to buy that shitty set? No, because it's shitty. And also, it's a side set, too. Side sets always have the issue of just not having consistent rates. So it's like, okay, cool. I'm going to open a side set. I'm not going to pull an overframe. You pull, like, very little overframes per case. You have so many other Starlights in that set. I think there's, like, more Starlights in that set than there are in, like, main core sets, which is crazy, right? And there's a bunch of garbage, too. There's, like, Starlight Chibis. Who the fuck cares about those? But, like, so side sets are still shitty, but, hey, maybe as long as main sets are a lot better and feel a lot better to open, then that's all that matters. Most people are only interested in the main sets anyway. Side sets, to an extent, they're interested in. Rarity Collection, kind of, but Rarity Collection is just such a crapshoot, especially in recent years. It's just been really garbage. We do have Magnificent Monsters coming out in, like, November or something, which is really funny because Magnificent Maven is, like, probably, I say AO's like the best set, but that's a core set. I think Magnificent Mavens is probably one of the greatest sets ever released in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just because there's a lot of good cards, there's a lot of good reprints, the pull rates aren't bad for, like, reprints, and then they also include a pack of sleeves, too, which is really nice. So casuals get that. They get a good card, and they have the sleeves ready to go to put the cards in. It's just a convenience thing, and it's also just nice imported sleeves, but we also don't get a lot of imports. So, like, Magnificent Monsters won't have sleeves, I'm pretty sure, but they do have serialized cards, which, oh, man. We have to talk about that. Oh, I didn't even write the other thing. Hold on. Before I do the rest of the secret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Pot of Sloth Surge. I almost forgot to write this down. My little notey note. Okay. Yes, I am going to write this down. This is also why my video is taking forever. Surge. Whoops. Plus pot. Slothin. Okay, and then this next one, I should just write it again. What is it? Whoops. Magician of Dark Chaos. Okay, so Magician of Dark Chaos, which means I can pull a Farah. I at least know that, because I have fucking 2 of them. Okay, so I can pull a Farah again, which means if I do, that makes it a playset. And some secrets you can pull a 4 of. Which means that if you're pulling 4 of a secret, basically means that you're going to be pulling 2 of something else. Potentially even 1 of something. I go back to Rage of the Abyss when I opened the case and I pulled only a single Molchimi. And unironically, that set wasn't that great. So it's like, if I only pull 1 Molchimi, okay, well, there's an overframe. There's an overframe. Cool. All right. And this is an overframe, yes. Chaotic, Phantasmal, Sacred Beast. Oh, this is the other Starlight overframe. That's what it is, too. Okay, so this is the 4th one, then. That actually looks kind of cool. That's not that bad. That's pretty cool. You know what? With the overframes, now that I think about it, I really should have been writing down what ultras I was pulling then. I don't know. Maybe you can map that out, but I would be surprised if you can map out overframes with certain cards that you pull. Just because they introduce overframes, so maybe they don't have the right ratios down, question mark, but I don't know. What do I know? I just open packs for a living and I'm an addict. Grand Layer. Woo. The whole point of this, by the way, because I used to play this, and well, see, I always say I want to go back to playing it, but then I don't, because it feels bad. My pet decks are what I want to play, and those aren't viable for meta. I wanted to play Cool Tunes at one point, but I stopped caring about the game. I had the whole core and everything. What else? And then, Exorcist has got support, and I wanted to play it then, but I just never got into it. Mostly because I'm focused on Union Arena as my main game anyways. Also because their pricing is, like, way better. So, but yeah, like, before, when I was opening cases, I would, for some stupid reason, well, I did it for, I guess I kind of had to do it for the, Rage of the Abyss, because of the Molcharmies. They were that good. But I remember doing it also for the set previous before that, Infinite Forbidden, just because not the engraver stuff. I crept the Perulias, but realistically, if you buy a case of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, I paid $70 a box, which means that I paid $840 total for a whole case. So, the overall margins can be thin, depending on what you pull. But for example, in a set like Infinite Forbidden, if I had sold everything, I would have easily made my money back. Engravers were like 100, I think 120. Tracks were like 40, I think. Requiems were 20s, I believe. They were 5 at first and then they went to 20s. But then Perulias were like almost SP levels, but really not as much. It was like 100, 120. Whereas SPs were like 120 to 150 or so. But if you get a case and you just sell the contents of the case, you can make your money back, honestly. And if you sell locally and your locals has a player-based scene, you can easily sell all your cards. That's what I did for Blazing Dominion. I opened the case worth, sold everything, and I unironically plus. Okay, so Farah again. Okay, yeah. So that does, I mean, you can always map it, but that does confirm that, yep, Farah plus Black Magician. So, I said Black Magician, I meant Magician, the Dark Chaos, whatever, you know what I mean. Fuck, let me write this down. I'm gonna write down again anyway, just to show my boxes, plus Farah. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, if you sell the contents of your case and you don't keep anything for yourself, as a player, it kind of sucks. But also, as a player, if you're buying a case to pull cards you need, you're fucking retarded. I used to do that, and I was a retarded, I was a chidiot, you know? I was a child idiot, even though I wasn't a child, I was like an adult at that point. But, regardless, it was really stupid to do that. You get a case, you're gonna sell it. There's no point in buying a case worth to get cards you need, because you're not guaranteed 3 of every secret, and that has like almost always been the case for years. So then I know people who do still get cases, and I feel bad for having done that in the past. If I could go back, obviously I'd go back and just sell the contents of the case, because realistically I get a case, sell the contents, put some of the money back towards getting the staples from the set that I want, even if it's secrets, and then I maybe still neg because I buy back the cards I wanted. But with the money that I sell in like pre-sales, assuming they don't go way above pre-sales and stuff, I either neg very little or I break even. In rare cases, I would still plus even if I sold everything and then bought back the cards I needed, like staples. But in general, I would probably break even for the most part if I was buying cases, selling everything, and then rebuying the staples I want. Like in this case, if I'm selling everything, right? Let's say I sell everything at pre-sale, including the starlights I pulled, right? Which I'm very lucky, by the way. I feel very lucky to have pulled these starlights specifically. But I guess depending on the stars you pull, even like you will still sell all of it regardless at some point, and then you make your money back. And if I went to go rebuy the staples that I would need, which in this case, for this set, if there's decks I was really gonna play, it'd probably be Blitzclick stuff, and I guess maybe the Farahs, Maybe pot a slot too. Like if I rebought all the cards and then sold, like when they got a little cheaper on release. Like again, you do your due diligence, sell the cards on pre-sale, and then as soon as release happens, you buy them because when it happens, they always go lower, at least slightly. Sometimes they get bought out and get higher, but usually all drops. So if I do all that and get it at a slightly cheaper price, I will probably break even for the most part, if not neg only slightly, which is really good, right? But yeah, I really just yapped a whole bunch. Basically, if you're buying a case, you're buying it to sell everything. You should not buy a case to get cards you need, because you're not guaranteed ratios. In fact, we'll even look at secret ratios after I'm done with this case, because ultras typically are fine. In ultras, you're pulling like 3. What is it? Secrets are 2.4, and then a case, and then ultras are, I believe, 3.6, I think, 3 point something. So you're basically pulling playsets of every ultras on average, right? So ultras are not an issue. It's just the secrets, and at that point, I'm not going to be like, I really should just be selling everything and then getting the cards back, because at least if you sell everything right away, you make back the money you spent on the case. So you break even at the minimum, if not plus. And especially with the sets this year alone, from the core set specifically, you are definitely plussing if you open the whole case and pull decently well. But then if I put the money back into the staples that I need, then I will probably neg, at least based on the prices of this year alone. But I will still not neg as bad as I could have. Or sorry, I will not neg as bad as I would have if I had just kept the staples. Like if I didn't sell the Pharaohs or the pot of sloth and I sold everything else, I would probably still break even just because I pulled really good starlights, but I would still not plus, which is basically the goal of selling a case worth. But I don't know. People do like opening packs, which is fair, but people still do that. If this is something that I realize as I've been buying like cases of product, normal people buy packs or like boxes, a few boxes. Most people are not buying a case of a product. If they're buying cases, then they're splitting it, which, as I've learned, I definitely do not split cases anymore. I learned that mistake a little too late, but sometimes you just want to split a case because it makes it a lot cheaper. Like I think I split a case of Rage of the Abyss with someone I went to locals with, who used to play a lot, and it didn't work out well because I pulled 1 Molcharmy, he pulled 2, I pulled 1 Starlight, or QCR, I pulled 1 QCR, it was a bad one, and he pulled 2 of the best QCRs, I think. He pulled like the Fualos and something else, and I pulled like a really shitty one. I pulled like whatever the fuck you want to call it. Black Chaos, good. I think it's like a mermail or some shit, I don't know. But basically, I don't split cases. Especially, before I didn't really split boxes either, which I think splitting boxes is really fucking stupid. But I don't split product anymore. 1, I like to open it all myself anyways because I'm an addict. But 2, it doesn't feel good splitting unless you specifically decide with the other person, like, hey, we sell everything in this case / box or whatever, and then we split the profits, I guess. Because like in this case, right? If I had split this with someone else and we sold the case, and we split the profits, so it would have been 840 what I spent, which means that we would be paying 420 each person. Now we both would have made our money back with what we've pulled so far, but why do that when I can just sell it all myself, right? I have easy avenues myself of selling it, right? And then I had no intention of keeping any of the cards, so I just sell all the cards, to be honest. But even then, like I said, like I just still wouldn't split it. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like the only reason you split it is because you don't want to pay as much into a case. I think at a certain point, like if you're trying to get a case, but you can't or won't pay the price of a case because it might be too much, I think you need to reevaluate why you're getting a case in the first place. Because it's not worth getting a case. Or sorry, it's not worth splitting a case just because you can't afford the full cases. It's too much, right? And also, like, if it came to splitting cases, I'd only ever do it for a core set. I think even considering, first of all, even getting a case of a side set is already bad. But splitting a case of a side set is even worse because side sets are just so much more unpredictable in terms of pull rates that it's just not worth the hassle, honestly. Okay. So I hope we're almost done. After this, we have 3 more boxes. I'm getting close. Oh, man. I really want to sleep right now. I'm so sleepy. I don't even know what time it is, to be honest. You know, actually, let me turn on my computer really quick. Have you even done my dailies? Brother, I skipped my... I haven't done my dailies, man. That's how dedicated I am to this shit. I haven't done my dailies. It is 3:16. I should probably be sleeping because I work tomorrow. I guess we'll have to see if we pull another starlight or not. If we pull another overframe. Right now, we pulled 2 overframes. The ratios for what we're pulling and what we're seeing is about right. In fact, I actually haven't looked at the list in a while. Maybe there isn't as many secrets in ultras. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Because 20, it used to be 25, so now it's 20 starlights. But I guess, I don't know. They're more selective and picky with what they're choosing for starlights and whatnot. But at this point, surely I pulled all the secrets and starlights, right? There's no, like, surprise card that I'm not going to see until the very end, maybe. I don't know. I just know there's going to be one more secret in here. It's Black Chaos, which means that the other one is... I'm not consulting my thing. And it's Black Luster Soldier. Okay, cool. Good stuff. Let me write this down. I have one more pack, but I'm just going to write this down. Okay. Magician of Black Chaos plus... wait. I'm so stupid. I'm stupid. It's Black Chaos, bruh. Black Chaos. And then, Black Luster Soldier. I should just say BLS for short. Sorry, let me look through my notes really quick. Black Chaos. Chaos Phantasmal Black Soldier. Haven't I pulled another? Wait, haven't I pulled a... I pulled a Black Chaos before, right? I'm pretty sure I have. What the fuck? It was, oh, yeah, I wrote it down. Okay, cool. So I wrote pot plus that. Okay, yeah. Cool. This will have nothing in it because I already pulled all the secrets. Drop that Ragged Rights. Never mind. It has something. It has the best super, arguably. Okay. We're almost done, guys. I've almost gone through my case. I've only come a few times because of my amazing, sexy pulls, but no, this is a great case overall. This is actually an amazing case. I think the question is just how many overframes I guess I'm gonna pull, because I pulled the Phantasmal and I pulled the Hoopajou thing, the what do you call it, the machine thing, the Weiss or something, the Weiss Wars. But I'm curious because obviously the of the 4 overframes, the best overframe is the Magician of Black Chaos and the Black Luster Soldier. Like, it's not even remotely close. No one cares about the Phantasmal support or the Phantasm Beast. It looks good, but no one's gonna give a shit, so... Okay, fuck. I really should just... I'm just too organized with this. I need also dump all this later. Thank God recycling days tomorrow, and not today. Martyr. Alright. The only thing I dislike about opening packs is that it makes my hands super dry. Every pack I open, every card I pull, it just sucks the moisture out of my hands. I'm like getting sucked off as I'm opening each and every pack, and I don't know what to do. I could wash my hands and rehydrate them. I'm gonna feed these little fingies, you know, some hydration later, but right now it has to suffer through a drought for a bit. Also, I'm fucking sweating. Jesus Christ. Me when it's hot outside. Fuck my little tight ass. Okay. God, I hate this weather. Alright. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna get a drink for it. Okay. It's really stupid. I keep organizing this, and I just throw it all into a box anyways. But I'm dedicated at this point. I've done it from the start. I'm going to do it to the end. So, okay, I'm going to stand up for a bit, too. Because my ass, I've been sitting on my chair. I hit the thing, sorry. My ass is sweating. Maybe it's from all the pulls, you know. It's just so hot, I guess. But, yeah, right now I am standing. Spell, fusion. Celtic Mystic. Celtic Mystic's also Starlight, by the way. I'm gonna be real. It's a cool card. It's a retrain. It's a good card, too, also, by the way. Because you reveal your entire, if you reveal a card mentions light and darkness, you can draw 3 cards. On summon. No more special. So it's like a cool card, right? Alright, it is 4 starlights then. Alright, that's pretty good. Nice. So 4 starlights, and we have a Whisker, Blitz, Click. Ooh, okay, cool. So it is 4 starlights then, I guess. I guess it depends on how everyone else pulls, but it looks like it's 4 starlights. I'm going to hit the camera a lot more because I'm standing up. But, yeah, that's... Okay. Great case. Obviously, that's the only other starlight, which means we are not pulling an overframe starlight, which is a little unfortunate, but it's fine. Because everything else I pulled is still really good. And also my secret ratios and what I've gotten so far is, like, great. But, obviously, if we want to ask for better stuff, then there would be better. I didn't pull what I think might be the 2 worst starlights, which is the summon skill. The super choices for starlights aren't bad, because they are for a good archetype, right? The ritual light and darkness. The thing is, like, of the starlights you pull for that archetype, you'd rather get the literal overframe, or you just pull the other one, like the black chaos that I got, right? I mean, I pulled Pot of Sloth, which is still really good. And Surge, Blitz, Click, nice. So, I mean, my pulls are good so far. Yes, it is a bit of a brag, but you're also watching me open the fucking case, so what do you expect me to do? Not brag? Sorry, kind of hard to stay humble when the pulls are fine. Don't worry, when I pull bad, if you've been watching my videos, you know how I feel when I pull bad. Oh, I'm sure you've seen it in my past videos, too. Just like how I criticize a set if it's really fucking ass. This is a reason why I will never get sponsored by Konami. Because the problem... Okay. I said this in the last video, I'm pretty sure, when I opened Battles of Chaos. Or Battles of Legend, what the fuck. It's really hard for me... Okay, like, at a work environment, sure. I could pretend to be nice. I can be a nice guy or whatever the fuck. Making a video, I'm at home. It's really hard for me to lie and pretend that something is fine when it's not, right? In this case, opening sets, if something is shit, I'm going to call it shit, okay? If I'm sponsored, obviously you're sponsored, you get to say something good about it, but like, all the people that opened the Battles of Legend set and sucked its dick, I know it's fake, because that set's so mega ass. It doesn't feel good at all to open it. Sets like that are such stupid traps by Konami. I don't know why they print sets like that. It's, granted, the Battles of Legend is just adding, like, Terminal World support for archetypes that people like, but then it's like, it's such a niche set that no one should really care. So then they have to throw something in there to entice people. But then the problem is they throw cards in it that are reprints or something that entice people to open it. But then, like, they short print them. They short print cards in side sets for no reason, which makes it even worse. Because you convince people to buy boxes. Because, hey, we have Dominus Impulse or blah, 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 blah. We also have Purge, I guess, in the set, whatever. And then no one pulls it because it's short printed. And then you go, why the fuck would I keep opening this box? And then people see that before they open the single box. And they go, well, why would I buy that box if I know this card's short printed? So the problem with short printed cards is that in a case, you're getting like 1 copy of it, basically. 1 or 2 copies. You're not getting a whole bunch of them, which isn't great. And I'm not going to invest into a set that's just going to fuck me over. But that's just side sets in general. Usually core sets are better, depending on the core set. Granted, I think it was like last year or 2 years ago, when I think it was last year, actually. Yeah, I believe it's last year. When all the core sets were just mega, ultra, ass fuck garbage. But, like, I don't even remember if I opened it, actually. It was last year, but I actually don't remember if I actually opened those or not on video. If I did, I hope I shat on them, because they're all shitty. But, I don't know. I just can't, like... Look, it'd be cool to get sponsored because you get paid for it and shit. And I get, like, a free box or whatever. But, like... It kind of feels bad to lie to people, right? Yes. It feels bad to lie to people about a product. You talk about how cool the new cards are, and then you talk about the new set that releases, and even if it's terrible pull rates, even if it's bad cards in general, you have to smile and then pretend that it's actually okay when it's not. Which is really sad. Also, Surge plus BLS. Okay. Nice. We have 2 more boxes. Yes, I look at my time now. I'm at 1 hour and 30 minutes. Now, I could speed run opening packs, okay? Trust me. I could. If I really didn't care about recording a video, I would have opened it at the store, at like the place I got this from, the store. Or whatever, right? Because I have it pre-ordered. But like, why the fuck? I have this set up at home. I want to record this for fun. I don't know. I have 2 more boxes. Oh my god, I do have 2 more boxes. You know what? I'll be honest. I thought I said 2 boxes, and in my head I was thinking as in like including the one I was opening. But it turns out I was wrong, and I actually had 2 more boxes to open. Ooh, fuck. Okay, that's fine. We pulled all the starlights. We already pulled. Actually, let me finish my first thought first. Let me finish my very first thought. I opened for fun anyways, so of course I'm just gonna record it, right? Which does make it take longer because I just spend the time yapping. And at some point, especially when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, it's all the same stuff. I could yap all day, to be honest. There's a lot of things that I could talk about, but I mean, we're opening Yu-Gi-Oh. You're here to open this and I guess listen to me yap about stuff. So, you know, yeah, it's all that cool stuff. I still organize these cards. You know what? Next time I need to remember not to do this. Hey, Jumpy Saman or Jumpy Amen, whatever your stupid username name is. If you're listening to this, don't sort the cards anymore. Just you can sort the cards for the first 2 boxes. Just don't sort the cards like this anymore. Just open them out, put them all in the pile, and then separate the supers, ultras, and secrets, all this stuff. Sorry, that's a future note to me for later when I listen back on this for a single day and then inevitably forget about it. But maybe my message goes through to the future me, so I remember to not do this again. Because this is actually what makes it take time too. Me organizing all of this like this. Now, maybe it makes for a better video. I don't know. Maybe people like to see the cards separately. But, my phone keeps going out of focus. Okay. Wow, I think it's actually been over half an hour since I actually even paid attention to what my phone was doing. Melfi, Rabies, or Rabbies. Clown Crew, Igni, Horse, Dragonis. Oh, yeah. Also, the Battle of Legends is such a weird set, right? Like, even, like, some other cards, like the normal monster, I didn't even pull in my box. I thought it was a normal monster. I thought it was an ultra, but I didn't even pull it in there. Did they short print ultras, too? There's a random shape snatch that was in the set, but I wonder if it was short printed. I don't know. I'm never opening that box again anyways. The only time I would open that box is if someone else paid me. I said that in that video. I'll say it again in this video. When it comes to shitty sets like that, the only time I've ever opened them again is if someone paid me money to do it and I could shit on it. The dream, I guess, is to have a local card shop sponsor me into opening product. Now, I know that's unrealistic and it makes no sense. It's like, well, what would you say if like a local card shop sponsored you? Like, what would I say? Okay, so that's a 3rd overframe. Okay, so wait, hold on, that's 5 overframes, and I'm stupid, right? Wait, I pulled. I pulled the. Okay, so Phantasm. I pulled the Witness of the Ancient. I pulled Farah. Okay, so it's 5 overframes and 5 overframes. Because Farah is an overframe, and so is, I know the BLS and the, Magician of Black Chaos retrains are also, overframes as well. So there's 5 overframes in the set, I think, right? Am I wrong? I think I'm right. You know what, I'm right. I am right. There's only 5 overframes in this set. They're all starlights also, but that is also actually a really interesting thing now that I think about it. Now, granted, oh, fuck! Okay, wow, double Farah's nice. Sorry, what happened? I just come. So that is interesting too, because Farah is a secret, but then she's also an overframe ultra, and overframe ultras being the 4 of ultras in the set. What is this? This gunky poop mess on my fucking card. I didn't even get it off. I don't care. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. The fact that it's also an overframe ultra, I think it would also drive the price down, too. Like, it's a good card. So, making it an overframe is interesting because... Especially an ultra overframe, right? Because I know in JP, with an upcoming set, the Magician... the stuff like the Dark Magician serialized and stuff, I think call it Limit Overbreak is what they call in JP. Those ones, I think, also come in Secret Rare. I think it's an ultra overframe and a secret, and then the serialized, I believe, but I could be wrong. That set will be really interesting to see. I'm not excited to see scalpers. Now, I can secure my case. That's not an issue. It's just for people who do want to buy boxes and stuff. I hope you're someone at your locals, because I know in my area, I've already talked to the other store reps and been like, hey, like, this set's gonna come out. It's gonna have serialized cards, and I think, not guaranteed, but I think scalpers might jump in to try and buy out boxes, because, you know, serialized will sell for a lot of money, and if something sells for a lot of money potentially, then you know, you invite scalpers in because they just want to buy it and then sell the boxes for absurdly high prices. My area, at least, guaranteed, it's going to players first. Local Yu-Gi-Oh players who normally play at these events, they get access to the boxes before random people. Now, here's the thing. Are they going to remember that? Because I know there are going to be some shops that say that, and then they forget, and then, especially shops with multiple employees, they may forget, and then they'll sell it to randos. I think it'll be interesting to see how this set goes, because this is the first time we've ever gotten serialized cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! And this set that's coming up is also, you know, it's serialized cards, so of course it's allocated, which means it's going to be printed to a specific limited amount. Now, I know my shop is getting, I'm not going to say how many they're getting, but they've already told me, like, the allocated amount that they're getting. I mean, others know this too, but I'm just not going to say in a video. They'll get a certain allocation amount, right? Which is cool, but it won't be enough for everyone locally to buy a box, right? Especially since I have, like, a guaranteed case anyways, because I keep buying from them regardless. But, I think it'll be interesting to see how this is. Because I know, like, with Rarity Collection, it was such a... Oh, that's not a... I'll try. It was such a popular set that I know people... That boxes were really expensive. MSRP was already really expensive for Rarity Collection in general, right? So people do technically get priced out of it. But, with Rarity Collection, it was such a popular hot set with all the repins and stuff that people did pay a lot of money just for boxes. Like, boxes on market were like 180, I think. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it was like 180 at one point. Holy shit, that's the first Alistair I've actually pulled in this set. What the... Well, thank God. Alistair is probably like... Well, he's not bad. Pretty sure it's a really good card, right? Yeah, in your hand, target spellcaster or fusion monster on your field. Special summon this. Target monster gains 1,000 telling on turn. And then on normal special summon or flip summon... Or sorry, flip face up. You can banish and invoke monster from your extra deck. Add one invocation or spell that... Yeah, so it lets you add invocation for free. It's a free special summon. I have to write this down. It's Farah plus Alistair. Okay. That is the first Alistair I pulled. Farah plus Alistair. Okay. So, my little notes doesn't really help because I've only pulled one single Alistair this entire set. In this whole case, this is the very first Alistair I'm pretty sure I've pulled. So it's a little awkward to use those numbers, which means I won't be able to determine... Realistically, I won't be able to determine what secrets you can pull with Alistair. But for the others, seems like I can. Which is kind of funny, actually, that you can determine what you're pulling. Also, man, this set has a lot of fucking traps and spells. My stack of spells and traps is, like, actually insane compared to everything else. Obviously, like, normal monsters would be the lowest. And then followed by the extra deck stuff. But I thought effect monsters, there'd be a lot. But there's not as much. Just shit tons of spells there. Okay. One more box. Thank God we're almost done. My ass is sweating. I need to fucking wash it again. Well, I just showered, but I'm just so sweaty. Fuck. Okay. Chaos Origins. Last box. I know there's not gonna be an error box. I can't ask for an error box. I've already pulled too fucking well with this. I pulled 2 pot of slots, so a third one would be nice. But again, I've already pulled really well with this. I'm fine with what I have, right? This will probably be terrible box, but it's fine. Again, I've pulled very well. I'm very lucky to have pulled this, so I'm all good. It's just, it is funny that I pulled Alistair. I don't even know if Alistair's the worst secret. Again, like, the secrets in this set are, it's kind of rare that almost every secret is really good. Usually there are some secrets that are bad, but this one, like, oh, I guess the worst secret, actually, no. Alistair is just a good card. The worst secret is the Phantasm Beast, because you would only play it in the Phantasmal deck, and that deck is not great, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure the deck is, like, garbage, still. I mean, it's a retrains of the old, GX era God cards, but, like, it's a fucking fusion, who gives a shit? Sorcerer invoked. Gamma summon. Get banish an Alistair fusion monster. Okay. Right. So, I just really want to get to this ratio, what I pulled so far. Fuck. Okay. PK. Don't worry, guys. We're almost done. It's almost been 2 hours, and I've almost finished. You join me for You joined me for one yap session. You knew this going into it, though, you fucking troglodyte. What? You thought I wasn't gonna yap for over an hour while opening the set? What, are you stupid? You thought I was gonna make it as an ASMR video? Actually, that'd be kind of funny. Making an ASMR pack opening. But I also think that sounds really fucking ass. If you have to fall asleep to someone opening packs, you're basically falling asleep to someone cucking you. It's like, yeah, the fun thing for me is when someone else opens my packs, dude. I love like you watch people open packs because like, you want early reveals, but like if I really have to watch someone open packs, or actually listen to someone open packs, that's even worse. At least let me see it, and even then, that's fucking stupid. I want to open packs myself. Okay, I don't want to go on like Whatnot and pay someone especially to have someone open my packs in front of me. Fuck off. I'm paying money. I'm gonna open it myself. I don't know. But I get it. People like to do stuff like Whatnot because they don't have access to product, maybe. Or they're just retarded gamblers or something. I don't know. Okay. Blitz, Click, Breakaway. I'm pretty sure I have a playset of every super. So, that's cool. I know people need bulk from this set, too. I have to technically keep it, but fuck my... Okay. Okay. And, yep, we end things off on a poop, unfortunately. We do have one more secret still, but we did arguably pull one of the worst secrets. The problem is this card, this fusion, the Hyper-Invoked Aeon, is only used in, like, the Alistair deck anyways. You can't really tech it in, because they already take up a lot of space in your deck regardless. Maybe someone can tech it in, but I don't think it works out well. So, it's like... Okay, so the worst secrets are... the Hyper-Invoked Aeon, because you're only playing as a one-of, if anything. Even if you could tech it as, like, an engine or, like, a package or whatever, like, you are only playing one copy anyways. So it's that, the Phantasm secret, and, what else? I'll look at it in just a bit. There's probably another one, but that's, I mean, the shitty ones, right? That's two. That's two. 2 out of 10? That's pretty good. Whisker, Blitz, Click. I think that makes a playset, I believe. Okay. We have one more secret, and I know I'm not pulling any more overframes, so it does seem like, as expected, it's 3 overframes a case, which means of the 3 boxes you open, you are pulling, of the 12 boxes that you can open in a case, 3 of them will have overframes, 3 of them will have starlight, and unlike, I think, Battles of Legend, you don't pull, like, a starlight in the same box as, an overframe. So they'll be, like, separate, right? Which is kind of nice, because then it makes the pulls a little cleaner, I guess. Because if I pull an overframe, I know I'm not going to pull the starlight or whatever of it. So at least, like, the boxes have more value. Because, hey, one box has the overframe. Another box has the starlights. So then that's, like, 6. So then 6 out of 12 boxes, so half the boxes in a case has, like, a good hit. I would consider overframes a good hit. Even if it's something bad, like the Phantasm's fusion, I still think an overframe is a good hit regardless, because it's an overframe. It's already hard to pull in general anyway, so 3 boxes of overframe, 3 boxes of starlight, or sorry, 3 overframes, 4 starlights, I guess, if that's the normal ratio. So then 7 out of 12 boxes are good hits, right? Which is nice. That means most boxes have a hit. And even then, like, you still have your secrets in general, the typical hit, which are mostly good. I just said 2 out of 10 of the secrets are bad, right? Doesn't mean all of them are bad. We have one more secret. What could it be? Fuck. Oh no, it's a fucking super. I don't know why I thought it was a. Whatever. Maybe I'm just seeing things. I thought it was another starlight for some reason. I almost fucking splooged on the camera. If it's another starlight, I'll probably take my cock out and then jerk off on camera and then post it. Whoa. We are getting really low in this box. There's only 2 more packs. Wait, I didn't pull another secret already, actually, yeah. So there should be 1 more secret. Unless I'm getting Michael'd, in which case, fuck me, I guess. Gray layer. Fallen. Invoked. Black Chaos. Nice. Okay, good. We almost ended on a shitty note. My fear with that box was going to be I pull Hyper Invoked followed by Phantasm, and I go, fuck, you could pull those in combination. That's kind of penis. I'm so sorry. I keep hitting the goddamn camera, and I don't know why. 3 champions. Medusa. That's not Medusa. I don't want to say Medusa. What the hell is it called? Mixosia? Mixosia the Confounder. Mixosia. Mix-O-U-S-I-A. Is that how you say it? I know Confounder. I could say that much, but I don't know what the fucking other thing is. Okay. Alright. Perfect. We ended right on time. Alright. Let's look through what we pulled. So, we'll show out the stars again, then we'll show out the ratios, all this stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to organize my garbage. Give me a second. And I have to organize it anyways. Chaos Origin. See, I almost didn't want to buy a case, to be honest, because I actually didn't even ask for a case of this ahead of time. I just knew that that they would have like cases to buy, at least a case. But yeah, this is what it is. Cool. Okay, that's done. Nice. So, let's look at the starlights first off. So 4 starlights. This may or may not be the norm, or maybe I just got really lucky. Sloth, Astrasma, Urania, Black Chaos, Whisker, Blitzclick. So, starlights might have their own ratios, by the way, because 2 of these are secret rares, Black Chaos and Sloth. Meanwhile, Whisker, Blitzclick, and Astrasma are both ultras. Now, if it's 4 starlights per case, I don't know if that's the norm. Haven't checked out the people who open cases yet. But if this is the norm, then that means 2 starlights are secrets, 2 starlights are ultras. That's very good. You have a mix. But I could also be wrong because, again, supers can also be starlights too. So I don't know how that fits into the mix. But right now I have 2 secrets and 2 ultras as my starlights. Now, let's go through this. And actually, let me write this last one down because I forgot to do that. Black Chaos plus Hyper Invoked. Okay, let's separate these out. So there's 24 secrets total per case. You pull 2 secrets, a box, and you're pulling 2.4 of each secret in terms of the math. Now, you will pull more or less of some others, right? That's just how it's going to be. Black Luster Soldier, Chaotic Phantasm, Black Sloth, Chaos, Hyper Invoked, Prima. I pulled 2 of these. And then, wait, is that 1 Crackle? Really? Oh, no, 2. Okay, so there's 10 secrets. So I pulled 3 Black Chaoses, 3 Hyper Invoked, 1 Alistair, 4 Pharahs, 2 Pot of Slots, 2 Chaotic Phantasms, 2 Crackle Blitzclicks, 2 Magician of Dark Chaos, Black Chaos, 2 Surge Blitzclicks, 3 Black Luster Soldiers. Okay, so the 2s meet the requirement. You're pulling on average because you take the amount of secrets, and then what is the math? It's like you take 2 secrets a box, and then it's 24. It's like 24 divided by whatever. No, I think it's like 2 divided by whatever. I forgot the exact calculation for it, but basically 2.4 of each secret. So I am pulling 2 of some of these, 3 of others, and I happen to pull 4 Pharahs, which meant that 1 of the Pharahs could have also been a Pot of Sloth. It just added another Pharah, which isn't bad. This is a good card in general. It's just, I only pulled 1 Alistair Reminisce. Also, I'm not showing the whole thing. I'm sorry about that. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. I'm going to do it like that. Fuck the arm, whatever. So those are the ratios of what I pulled. So it's actually pretty good, right? It's just I pulled a single Alistair, which is kind of likely. In a lot of cases, you're going to pull a single copy of a secret. It's just which secret that is the question. Not that will always happen, but there is a good chance that you pull one secret of one of the cards, right? I was just lucky it happened to be Alistair the Reminiscent, technically, although I wish it was Hyper Invoked Eon, to be honest. Because realistically, taking two of these out could have been another copy of Pot of Sloth, and then it could have been another Alistair instead, right? Because this card is like a one of. This is maybe like a 2 to 3 of in the Phantasmal Sacred Beast deck, honestly. So that's probably fine to pull more of. And then also, realistically, take out 2 Hyper Invoked. Give 1 Pot of Sloth, 1 Magician of Dark Chaos. I assume there's like a 3 of or something. I don't know. But overall, pretty good on secrets. And now, to show off the math. Or not the math, the ratios. So, we have Pot of Sloth plus Black Chaos. We also had Black Chaos plus Hyper Invoked. So I pulled 3 Black Chaoses. I should have one more on here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, Magician of Dark. Wait, is that right? Wait, I pulled 3 Black Chaoses. Oh my god, my writing is so bad. It is somewhere here. Yeah, Black Chaos plus Pot. Oh yeah, Black Chaos. That's right. I wrote over this. Black Chaos, Luster Soldier. So then with Black Chaos, sorry, BC Black Chaos, you can pull Pot. You can pull Hyper Invoked, Hyper, and then you can pull BLS. Okay, in the same combination, BLS with Black Chaos, but then I can also pull BLS with the Chaotic Phantasmal, because Phantasmal Chaotic, the fusion, can also be pulled with the Crackle Blitz Click. The Farah, I did pull 4 of them, but it shows that you can pull it with the Hyper Invoked. The Farah can be with the Magician of Black Chaos, the Ritual. Also with the Magician of... I called it Black and... Okay, so yeah, so I pulled 2 boxes with Farah plus the Magician of Black Chaos. And then it's Farah plus Alistair. So the Alistair ratio is the only thing I don't know, because I only pulled 1 copy of him, so I don't know the combinations of this. But basically, if you want to pull the best stuff, it depends on what you pull with the Pot. The Pot can be with the BC, as up here. Pot can also be with the Surge, and then it can also be with where's my... Oh yeah, because I only pulled 2 Pots is the problem. So realistically, each card has like 3 combinations. Because my Farah, I pulled 4 of them, which meant one of them was technically a dupe, I guess. Because I pulled Farah with the Magician of Black Chaos twice. It wasn't the Black Chaos, it was Magician of Black Chaos. So this means that the 3 is probably 3 combinations when it comes to the what you can pull in the box, right? Yes, this is very confusing. I wrote this all very quickly because I thought of this in the middle of my video. But basically, each secret has a combination of 3 other cards you can pull them with. What you probably really don't want to pull is the Chaotic Phantasmal. This is probably the worst one, because Chaotic with the BLS and Crackle. Not that Crackle is bad, it's just the Chaotic Phantasmal is bad. And then the Hyper Invoked. The Hyper Invoked is the iffy one, right? Because Hyper Invoked, I pull with the BC. I pulled 3 copies of that. So then Hyper Invoked also with the Farah, which is probably what you want if you pull one or the other. And then the Hyper Invoke with the Crackle, right? And again, Crackle, not the worst thing, but again, this kind of gives you an idea. So again, yes, it's very confusing. I'm not going to edit this, basically, but these are your combinations of cards. This is what I pulled in the case, by the way. So again, boxes can be totally different, but this is basically my ratios of what I pulled with what secret. So it gives you an idea of what you could potentially pull, right? But basically, you're able to pull it with 3 different secrets. So if you pull 1 secret, you'll have an idea of what your other secret is probably going to be, which is kind of iffy. I don't think there's like a terrible box, potentially, unless you pull maybe Alistair. Well, Alistair was a Farah, but then I only pulled 1. So maybe Alistair with a Hyper Invoke, because again, Chaotic Phantasmal, I only pulled 2, which means there's 1 more other secret that you can pull with this. Realistically, this might be the worst combination. The Chaotic plus BLS. Because while BLS is good, Chaotic is not. You pull Chaotic with a Crackle is probably a little better, right? Because it's 3 of in the Blitz Click deck. But these are just the ratios of what I'm thinking of quickly right off the bat. Again, it could be wrong, but usually you can map out what secrets you're going to get based on what else you pull. And in this case, it's still not bad. Like, you're still pulling a decent card. There's no box I'm pretty sure you can get where both secrets are just arguably terrible. One can be bad. The other one is probably at least okay, which is not bad. I mean, it's going to be a popular set. People will like the Ritual Light and Darkness deck, which is why I think the Ritual Light and Darkness cards will be pretty good. But, okay. Finished writing all that. I said a bunch of stuff. I yapped a bunch, and it's almost been 2 hours. Holy shit. Okay, I'm done with this video. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed the case opening, and I hope you enjoyed the breakdown. I guess give your thoughts in the comments, and maybe give thoughts on the pull ratios, because, again, this is my quick thoughts on it while I was making it. So, not really sure if it's super accurate, but I guess the only thing is figuring out what you can pull with Alistair the Reminiscent. I just know that you are able to map out what you're going to pull in the box based on the first secret you pull. Unless you get Michael, then you pull 1 secret and like 5 ultras, in which case you get fucked. But that's not going to happen to most people anyways. Ultra-wise, I wasn't paying attention. I do wish I could have. Probably paid attention if I look back at the video. But the overframes here, still not bad. I think these look a lot better, at least, than the ones we've seen so far in the past. This Witness one is a little iffy. It just doesn't look super clear. It looks kind of like too much happening. But I think the Pharaoh looks really good. This is easily the best one of the 3. But yeah, it looks like it's... If it's the correct ratios, it's 4 Starlights, 3 overframes. Obviously, overframe Starlights will be worth... Farah, Blackluster Soldier, Magician of Dark Chaos will be the best overframes. These 2 will be like the worst. And this one is easily going to probably be better than a Phantasmal, I guess. Well... I don't know. Maybe this one's the best. I don't know. These are both equally shit anyways. But yeah, those are my overframes. Those are my secrets. Those are my ratios. And those are my pulls. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys next time.